Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have an Amrezy inspired look to share with you. I love Amrezy. I stalk her all the time and I was stalking her last night and I was like, I'm doing this. This is beautiful and I absolutely love how it came out. So without further ado, if you would like to see how I recreated one of her looks, please keep watching. I'm going to start this look by using my NYX concealer palette and sorry, it's like super gross, but I use this like so much. I'm going to take the top two shades and just like blend them onto my eye as a primer. All of my paint pots are dried out and I'm actually in the process of converting from, the products that I own now to more vegan brands because I really want to convert my skincare and my beauty to vegan since I've already done my diet. So I want to be like all out vegan because yeah, that's just my personal preference. So to set that, I'm going to use my Lorac Pro palette. I'm going to use this color called Bear right here. And we're just going to sweep that all over the lid just to set the concealer. Do not laugh at my palette, but this is my, handmade palette. I have had this for years. Just because I've never bought like a Z palette or anything, and this is just like, it's convenient. It's like my artistry, my own little, and I have the names all back here. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with soft brown. These are all MAC shadows, by the way, from when I used to work at the cosmetics company store, but this one right here is soft brown, and that's the one I'm gonna be using in my crease as a transition color. So I'm gonna dab some onto a fluffy brush like this, and then just work it into my crease like so. Let's see if I can, there we go. I should have did the other eye. It would have been so much easier. But I'm just gonna do circular motions and then wiper motions and go back and forth. I'm trying to make sure to remember to hold the end of the brush so that way I have more control and I don't pack it on so heavily. You actually make a smoother transition this way. There you go. Put a little more on. I have really small lid space, so I hate bringing it up so high, but alright, that's gonna be that. Please excuse my brows. I'm growing them out. Hot mess. The next shade I'm using is this one right here by Morphe, and I'm gonna take the same brush. This one's called Bridesmaid. It's a pretty purpley mauve. I'm just gonna dab some on, dust off the excess, and then work it on top of the soft brown shadow. I like to like kind of stipple it on at first like this, like dab it just to see how much product I actually have on my brush, and then swirl it, make circular motions and blend it in, not buff it in. You know what I mean? Just a lot of blending. For my lid color, I'm going to actually go back into my MAC Cosmetics eyeshadows, and this one is going to be Naked Lunch, and we're just going to take a flat shader brush and then pack that all over the lid. In the picture, her lid color is not so overpowering. It's just really focused on the inner highlight, so that's why I chose this color. And I'm just gonna pack it on. On the other end of this brush, there's a blending brush. It's clean, so I'm just gonna go ahead and blend those together. To highlight the inner corner of my eye, I'm going to use another matte color, and it's this one right here, and it's called Crystal Avalanche. It's just a really pretty frosty shade, and I'm going to add that. See how like bright it is? It's so pretty in person. And I chose this one because she really has that inner corner highlighted out. Doing the eyeliner was actually the hardest part for me. She has like a flicked liner, which I've never done like just the flick. I always do like the thick angle liners, so we'll see how well this one turns out. This is NYC liquid liner. With this liner, I don't feel like I have enough control of that little brush. So I'm going to go in with the Smashbox Limitless Liquid Liner in, this is dark brown. And I'm going to use this to do the flick on the end, and then I'll go over it with the black color. That's my line, and then I'm gonna go over it with the black, because it's right now it's like black and brown, and I want it all the same colors. So I'm gonna use the MAC 3D lash to prep my eyelashes for the falsies that I'm gonna use later. This is one of my favorite MAC mascaras ever. I'm gonna use these lashes that I purchased offline. They are not the ones that I wanted, but I'm gonna make the best of it. These are more for like a doll-eyed effect. They're super doll-eyed. So when I purchase eyelashes, which this happens a lot, and I don't like them, I just end up taking them and cutting them in half, and I use them on my ends because I like that look a lot better anyways. It just looks a little more natural to me to just have like the ends flared out versus a whole like crazy lash. That makes sense. I've already cut it in half and measured it to, I go from about 3/4 of the way in out. I have no like secret to doing this. I kind of just plop them on, and then as they dry, I work them in how I want them to look by like pressing them into my lash line. So I went ahead and filled my eyebrows in off camera because, like I said, I am growing them out and I'm doing the best that I can to keep them somewhat shaped. So moving on to the face, I already primed my lips with the MAC lip conditioner in lavender, and now I'm going to go in with my Bobbi Brown face base and put that, work that into my face. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown Natural Finish Long Lasting Foundation in Warm Beige. This one is just a tad bit warm for me, but I will make it work. I'm going to buff that in with the e.l.f. flat brush. This is a powder brush, but I like it to use it for liquid foundations. And make sure to run it down my neck since it is a little shade difference. So that way it blends a little better, or it doesn't look as obvious. This foundation is a sheer to medium coverage and it's very buildable. I like to do just one layer because it's also not matte. It's really, like, you can see glowy because it's supposed to be like your naturally glowing skin. So I wouldn't recommend layering it on because it is so oily in a sense. Moving on to under the eyes, I'm going to use my Pro Longwear Concealer in NW25. Whoa, NW50. NW25. And I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to use my finger to blend it out today. So after I've concealed, I'm going to highlight with my Double Wear. This is Estee Lauder Double Wear in light medium, and I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger and highlight right here under the eyes. Just that much, just like one swatch. So I'm gonna set that with the Well Rested by Bare Minerals. I got this a while ago and I never really use it, so I wanted to use it today. I'm gonna take a little bit in the lid and then apply that under the eyes to set everything. Before I highlight the rest of my face, I'm gonna bronze it all up. I'm gonna be using this Bobbi Brown bronzer in the shade Natural. I love the Bobbi bronzers, they're so creamy. And they just glide. Like, you need is like one swatch on your brush and then you can just like buff it in. Whatever's extra, I bring it up to my temples and then down my jawline. Now to highlight the rest of my face, I'm going to take this Estee Lauder Ideal Light Brush On Illuminator in the color Light Medium and twist it a few times, and then I'm going to run it down my nose. Well, let's make my flower. Man, why is it so hard? Down my nose. Cupid's bow, and then I'm going to do some strokes on the top of my cheek, because Amrezy is all about this highlight and just blend it out. In the picture, she did have a bun. Mine is not going to be as slicked back as hers was because I like my buns to be messy at the top. Moving on to lips, which is going to be the last step, I'm going to be using ColourPop Cosmetics Ultra Matte Lip in Trap. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this inspired tutorial. I had a lot of fun recreating it and using products that I have here in my beauty collection to make or recreate one of her looks. I am pretty impressed with this wing liner. I actually really like it. It took a little longer to do than like the normal one that I do, like the chunky one, but I just like this effect a lot better. So, hey, learned something new. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one.